December specials for doTERRA. So here we go. So frankincense, you can receive frankincense with the 200 PV order. And frankincense is an amazing oil. It is known as the king of oils, and it helps to support cellular function. It's very comforting. It's very uplifting. It's very soothing, very anti-anxiety. And this comes from Oman and Ethiopia. And it has been used for centuries upon centuries. And in fact, many people have heard of it because it was a gift that the baby Jesus received from one of the wise men. So this has a long, long history of being very, very valuable. It was a gift alongside myrrh, which is actually mentioned more in the Bible than frankincense is. And of course, we know how that gold is very precious. So these were very precious gifts. And so frankincense, because it is so good for cognitive function, it has been used in meditation and part of religious ceremonies for thousands of years all over the world. It also has many properties that are very soothing to the skin. It helps with things like scarring, any type of rashes, anything like that. It's very, very soothing. So it's also known as the king of oils for all its uses. So frankincense is $105.33 retail, and it's $79 wholesale. So that is a wonderful, wonderful gift when someone spends 200 PV to get a $79 oil. So that is amazing. These are some diffuser blends that doTERRA has put out that are very, very amazing. So frankincense, Douglas fir, tangerine, and cassia. I personally don't normally put in that many drops. I usually use 4 to 5, but I have a smaller house. If someone has a large house, they may want to do that. But I have a smaller house, so I use less. Warm Winter Nights has frankincense, peace, and green mandarin. So I would probably use 1 drop of frankincense, 1 drop of green mandarin, and 2 drops of peace. And again, holiday traditions. 2 of each, frankincense, peppermint, and wild orange. What an amazing combination! Really, really good for uplifting and also for mood and cognitive function. A really amazing combination there with the wild orange, peppermint, and frankincense. So here is a homemade facial sugar scrub. So we have brown sugar, we have olive oil, we have frankincense and lavender, and these can be mixed and put into a glass jar. You're going to want to mix in a small glass bowl. You could use stainless if you want, and then put into the glass jar. If you just try to mix the whole thing in the glass jar, you're going to really not be able to mix it. So and this is going to be more. You're going to be able to make 2 of these, 2 to 3 actually of these with the ingredients that you have there. This would not be just one little container, but this would be great for yourself and to give as a gift. So a wonderful combination there. And that can be used as a sugar scrub. Frankincense helps to maintain healthy looking skin when applied topically in a variety of ways, and not just on our face, but like I said, with scarring or other issues. Um, and we can also take frankincense internally. So we talked about diffusing it and we talked about topically, but we can also use it internally for cellular support. So 1 to 2 drops of frankincense in your water, or you can even put it right onto a spoon. I don't really advocate putting it straight into your mouth because you could have 3 or 4 or 5 drops drop out really quickly, and then you have too much. So 1 to 2 drops onto a spoon. Make sure it is, I mean, you could use a glass spoon, but usually a stainless spoon you can use, and then you just can lick it right off the spoon. If more comes out than you expect, then go ahead and apply that to your neck or face and enjoy it 2 ways. So eye cream. So you have a frankincense eye cream here. So over stove, you're going to take your shea butter your coconut oil. So this is going to be your solid coconut oil that comes in a jar, not the one we use as a carrier oil that is the liquid. And you're going to put in the shea butter first, and you're going to melt that, then add your coconut oil. That'll melt very quickly. You can add a teaspoon of vitamin E, and then when it's not too hot now, then let it cool just a little bit, but not enough that it starts to re-solidify. You can add in your frankincense and then go ahead and put it in your glass jar. And this is really wonderful. When you go to apply an eye cream such as this, you're going to apply it going around the orbital bone. So that's the bone around your eye area. You don't put this in your eye or right up against your lashes. You don't need to do that. The skin in the eye area is so thin and delicate, it will literally drink it in and use that. So absolutely amazing. We have our body sugar scrub. So we have a quarter cup of brown sugar. We have a quarter cup of the raw sugar. They call it a turbinado sugar, sugar in the raw, and then a half a cup of your fractionated coconut oil. And you're going to mix them together. And you simply just mix them. You don't have to heat them or anything, just mix them. And you're going to put in your frankincense and your peppermint. And this is a great body scrub, very invigorating, very soothing at the same time. Store in an airtight container and put a little bit on your hands and apply to the body and rinse with warm water. Now, you can add some other oils if you want. You can add sandalwood, you could add cedar wood, you could add tea tree. You could do a variety of different things. But if you have somebody in your family who likes working on cars or works with their hands, gets their hands really dirty with their work, and whether it be a hobby or their career, this would be really, really great for them to be able to come in and really scrub their hands. And instead of using something very toxic, like Gojo hand cleaner or something like that, they could use this as a hand scrub instead. Very soothing, very reparative, very restorative to the skin on the hands. So absolutely wonderful in that way. In case you don't know, Gojo hand cleaner is used across the board with people, especially men, but people that work with their hands, plumbers, carpenters, so on and so forth. And they slather that on and they rinse that all around on their hands, and they do it more than once a day even. And but the cases of it are labeled handle with gloves. Yeah. So there's your sign that that may not be good to be putting on the skin if handling it is supposed to be handled with gloves. So definitely can try introducing something that is more natural and more beneficial and absolutely less toxic. And you know, a lot of times when they get it in front of them and it's sitting out there and they're encouraged to just give it a go, a lot of times they will. And it can be kind of switched out for the other one. Um, and a lot of times they'll be open to it. So next we have is bath salt ornaments. So this, you're going to take your round plastic ornaments, and you're going to use Epsom salts, and you can go ahead and just put this little mixture in these cute little clear what do you call it? Like kind of like Christmas ornament balls, and pack it in there, and then they can just open that up in their bath. You could also put this in a jar and put a pretty ribbon on it, and so make the bath salt combination this way. And if you want to get creative and add other oils to it also that are soothing, you could add some lavender and some other oils in there. Be absolutely wonderful. So so get creative with that, and it makes a wonderful gift. So frankincense is analgesic. It has, these are the properties that it has. So it has analgesic properties, antidepressive properties, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, astringent, diuretic, expectorant, sedative. So it is supportive to the body in all these ways, and it helps the body in these areas: asthma, bronchitis, cold and flu, oops, typo there, cuts and wounds, dermatitis, immune support, supports other oils in their actions, cognitive support, scarring, cellular function. So frankincense can be very supportive when people are dealing with these type of issues. So ways to use frankincense: you can diffuse or inhale frankincense from your palms for a peaceful, calming aroma. If you have like head tension, you can use frankincense and a drop of peppermint together, and really, really helps with. I was telling somebody that recently, and they called me back to tell me, "Oh my gosh, it really worked. I feel so much better." So, a drop of frankincense and a drop of peppermint when you have head tension. Another thing is you can add a drop to your daily moisturizer if you're using, a moisturizer that's doTERRA already has it in their moisturizers, but if you're using something else, you can put it in there, and you can simply put in some frankincense into some castor oil, and you can use that as a massage, and that is wonderful. You could put it in a warm cup of tea, and it could help with cellular function. I would take it from the spoon personally. That's the way I would like to do it. When you put oils like that in a cup of tea, keep in mind that, okay, so here you have a water. So whether it's a cup of tea or